Okay. All right. Well, yeah, hopefully you're not too beat up. But yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys before we start, if you guys want to let me know what you guys want to do today. Like I said, for this class, give you guys a little bit more of an option and you guys decide. So if you guys want to work out and do, you could do that.
Go easy on us today.
Okay. Or we could go more mobility and flexibility and balance if you guys are okay with that. So is anyone opposed to mobility and flexibility?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will be fine.
Okay. All right. So let's do that. So let's go. I'll go over Canvas a little bit after. So just keep that in mind. But yeah. So that being said, let's go ahead and grab a chair. Okay. We have 2 weeks left, I believe, after today's session. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys, I saw that Miss Wynn, I think that you registered for class. And Carmen, I haven't seen your name there, but sometimes it takes a couple of days. But I think a couple of people that had a tough time enrolling were able to enroll. I saw Debbie enrolled. But yeah, let me know if you guys do need help with enrollment for spring.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want to skip these next 2 classes or not. I'm just debating because I have things to do.
Yeah.
But unless, I just take them, but then do what I was doing before, do the
Yeah,
exercise and everything at any time.
Yeah, like I said, that's the nice thing about this class. I think about half of my students enrolled in this class, or maybe a little bit more actually just do the recordings. They don't actually come in live. So, so whenever you find time, or if you just want the information, or just track your fitness activity, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we always
And
appreciate.
not feel bad about that, not to feel bad.
No. So there's no penalty. I don't get in trouble. You don't get in trouble.
Okay.
If anything, the school prospers and the program does better with more enrollment. So yeah, so if you have any
Okay.
people,
Then I will join. Mhm.
and of course it's free. So
Yeah.
it costs you guys money, then yeah.
A good coach, a good class, and no money.
You guys are getting a deal. So, but yeah, just
Okay.
just let me know. So, all right, so we'll go
Thank
ahead and
you.
start. Yeah, of course. If you guys have any, if you guys want to work on anything specifically today, let me know. But I'll try to do a full body mobility day and flexibility. But if you guys want to focus a little bit more on a certain body part, just let me know, because I know we did work out our upper body a little bit more on Monday. All right, so let's go ahead and just work in our jaw. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Look up with that mouth open, and then, yeah. So I'm sorry. You look up first, and then with your mouth open, and then once you look up, you bring your chin towards your nose. So you should feel that nice stretch on your neck. So it's been a while since we've done this one, so I almost forgot this step. So open wide, up, and then close your mouth. You should feel those stretch right there along the side of the neck, right by the throat. Let's do 10 of those. Morning, Ella. The class opted for mobility and flexibility for today, so hopefully you're okay with that. I definitely am. Ever since I irritated my neck a few weeks ago, I crossed my fingers in hopes that you guys pick a mobility day on Wednesday. So I appreciate this. Two more. Very good. Right now, let's go ahead and puff up our cheeks. So, puff up our cheeks and just kind of move the air left to right. Okay, so just as if we were splishing water left to right. So you might feel with a lot of pressure, you might lose some of that air, so just kind of gather it again. But also put it right above your lips and under your lips, so you're working on all the little veins and arteries around our cheek, around our mouth. That one gets me tired pretty quick around that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and relax now. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and just draw gentle lines from our earlobes to the end of our lips. And we don't want to press too rough on that area. Just we don't want to beat up those muscles too now. We're just trying to palpate, which is fancy word for touch. And we're just trying to promote some blood flow to that area. Just palpating right here, softly touching our earlobes to the end of our lips. We'll go over canvas near the end of class. We have more folks in here. All right, and then let's go ahead and go from the end of our eyes down to the end of our lips. So usually for this one, I like using 2 fingers just to cover a little bit more surface area. Yeah, so the information on this week's module, so we're on module number 6. This is week 6. It's on multivitamins. Okay, so again, multivitamins, kind of like your daily multis that have one pill has everything that you need. But again, providing you with some information, some research, not just your generic, multivitamin is everything you need. So, so yeah, so you guys could watch those videos and then I'll kind of go over some of that after. All right, so let's go ahead. Inhale about 3 to 5 seconds through your nose. We're gonna exhale through our lips, about maybe 6 to 8 seconds, really releasing every little pocket of air that we have in our body, just releasing. Okay, so you're almost exhausting yourself. So that last little push of air that you're releasing, if you feel your belly, you should feel it firm up. You should feel it probably as small as you can get it all day. So. Really get you tired on that last little push. I almost feel like when you're trying to blow up a balloon and it's too small and you need more of a push with air, that's what it should feel like. So you should almost struggle near the end of that breathing phase or exhaling phase.
It feels a little scary toward the end.
Yeah, like it feels like if you push another 5 seconds, you're gonna pass out. So yeah, but you should feel that. And again, that's working our diaphragms, working our obliques, our core as well, still from inside out. All right, very good. All right, we'll go ahead and transition now to our neck stretches. So again, let's go left to right. Yeah, I worked out this morning. I had my pre-workout and some water and a protein shake with yogurt. So I have a lot of fluids in me right now, so excuse me, but I'll be going to the restroom every 15 to 20 minutes today, probably. I'm feeling a little sick right now, so a little rough at night. Struggling. um, Pretty congested, cold right now. All right, now let's go up and down. Got lots of, I think I had 3 other clients. They ended up, yeah, and rescheduling or canceling their sessions because their children were also sick. Little bug here right now. Up and down, bring that chin up to your chest, back of your head, top up. One of my close friends is on her way right now to Hawaii. Yeah, she was bragging about how she's in Hawaii and just enjoy the day working remotely from Hawaii. Oh man, take me with you. I know her husband's out on a business trip. Tagging along with Hawaii right now. Let's go ahead and do next circles. Well, I've been once, around 10 years ago. It was pretty short, like a 3-day. Directions. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and continue with our neck. This time we're gonna sit on our left hand. Right arm comes over, grabbing on that left ear. Allow that right elbow to start dropping side. Nice stretch on the left neck. Again, we sit on our hands so that shoulder doesn't shift our body. Want that shoulder to be fixed. Our neck. Relax. Switch. I don't want to do a bit like. And when you stretch, you usually want to hold the stretch, stay somewhere 20 to 40 seconds. That's about it. And then, but you want to repeat that maybe 3 to 5 times, depending on, how sore you are or tight you might be. So instead of holding that stretch for a straight 5 minutes, or 4 minutes, maybe you could break that up into 5 sessions of 40 seconds. Don't want to overstretch muscles either. Some elasticity. Okay. All right. So now we did our neck circles, our shoulders. Now we're going to go ahead and do our turtle stretch. Okay. So if you guys remember this one, shoulders back, forward, back. So try to avoid just doing this with your arms because I have a tendency to sometimes do that and I feel like I'm going forward, but it's really just my shoulders moving. So really try to engage that neck, forward, back. All right, very good. All right, I got my first bathroom trip right now. I'm sorry. Gotta go. I'll be right back. Keep this going. Sorry about that. You gotta go and you gotta go. I think we lost Ella in the process. All right, so then we just finished our neck stretches. So now we're gonna transition to our shoulders. Okay, so this one we'll try to break it up a little bit because you're doing enough shoulder stretches back to back. It can't feel like a workout. So, and I know Monday was a little heavy. So let's go ahead and start just some up and down right here. You're gonna feel this on your upper back as well. Very good. Again, for the stretches, the slower, if it's a movement stretch, so like a dynamic stretch, this would be a dynamic stretch. Sometimes the slower you do it, the better. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that arm across, stretch it. And again, these type of the stretches that you do when you're really not doing any movement, those are static stretches. And those you don't want to do too much. If you're about to work out, if you like, these are good to cool down, but if you're trying to be active, dynamic stretches might be a little bit more effective than your static stretches. So just kind of go with these when I'm feeling a little bit more tight. If I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I carry Julian all day. Yeah, we got him. He got weighed yesterday. He's at 25 pounds. So his weight hasn't increased much. Now, let's go ahead and do shoulder presses. Okay, so pretty much is here, raising the roof. So yeah, so he's in the 99th percentile in his weight and his height right now. So not bad for a premature baby. Not kind of. So I don't know if this one's like my upper back is sore or if this stretch is just really working, but definitely feel that in that mid upper back. And again, this is one that's after you do that for a while, it does feel like a workout. So we'll try to separate that one a little bit. Let's go ahead and work on our biceps. For this one, we're just going to do regular bicep curls, just right here, all the way down, all the way up. Again, the motion that you have right now is the motion that you should be doing when you're doing bicep curls with dumbbells. Yeah, a lot of people just stop here and you go all the way down, all the way up. Next, elbows up, separate as far as you can. Up. So like I mentioned earlier, spring enrollment is open. So if you haven't enrolled yet, please do so. And like I said, you can always go remote if your schedule changes. But you can always watch the classes or videos, at your own convenience. That's another one that could get you a little bit fatigued, so good enough. So, all right, next we're gonna do shoulder circles. Okay, so we're pretty much bringing the circles, the shoulders in a circular motion. So right now I'm going up top, forward, and then back down from the bottom. Okay, so bring those shoulders forward and up first. All right, once you've done that about 10 to 15 times, let's reverse it. Right, very good. Shoulders could get worked. All right, let's go ahead and rest our shoulders a little bit. Palms facing the camera. And again, now we're doing almost like a tricep push down. So if you're at the gym, or if you had dumbbells, you have the dumbbells here and then kind of reach down, go back up. That's going to be working on your triceps, which is the back part of your arms. And if you have, like I said, a gym membership, and you see a cable, a bar attached to a cable, you kind of hold the bar here and push down and back up. Maybe you've seen people at the gym doing that. But again, that's for your triceps. Remember, when you're stretching, you can almost simulate most lifts. It should get you a nice stretch. All right, very good. All right, so we did our shoulders. And what else do we have? Oh, now we're gonna start moving down our arms. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, before we do that, let's work on our upper back a little bit more. This one, reach out, clamp your hands together, chin down. And once your chin is down, then push forward with your fist. Then relax. Come back up, chin down, forward. Right. It only took about 6 of those for my arms to get tired. So we're gonna do door openers now. So let's work on our right side first. So right elbow comes in. It's right there at your side, and we're just gonna move our forearms going in and out. Okay. I don't want this elbow to come out like this. Okay. Elbow stays here, here, and you should feel that on the side of your bicep, tricep area. And if you feel like you're not getting much of a stretch, you could, once you reach here, you could even push more, feel a little bit more of a stretch there. Remember, after this week, we have 2 weeks left of classes. And the last week sometimes tends to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to switch now, just because that's a week that I usually try to spend helping people with enrollment, but we'll still work out. But yeah, and then we are pretty much off for about 3 weeks. We don't start back up again until January 9th. And again, we're gonna have 2 8-week terms in the spring, which means I have 4 classes. So if you guys can enroll in those, that'd be awesome. Right. Yeah, I think just my upper back is kind of tight and a little bit fatigued right now. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Kind of did this with the turtle stretch a little bit, but I'm gonna try to sit a little bit away from the backrest of my chair. So I'm gonna go chest up and concave in. Bring that chest forward, back. Sticking your chest out in front of you and sticking your back out behind you. And that back one, if you have a hard time feeling it, you can almost try to bring your elbows back, almost like if you're trying to meet them together behind your back. Very good. All right, once we're here, we're gonna go for our cat scratching pose. Imagine you got these nice claws, you have a nice scratching pose here. You're gonna be like a cat. Arms have to be straight for this one, so reach out, arms straight. Try not to come off your chair as far down as you can, then come back, okay? So arms out, reach forward on the way down, reset. Make sure you're breathing with all of these. Do one more. Whew. Righty. Very good. So, Marianne. Okay. All right. Good stuff. All right. Next, we're gonna work on our forearms. Okay. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm just gonna lean forward, make sure that my wrist is a little bit ahead of my knee. That wrist or that palm's gonna collapse a little bit. And what I'm just gonna do is just kind of push back a little bit more. Make sure you don't feel pain, but you should feel a stretch on your forearm. Okay, so you're just gonna push down with that hand, and then with that palm that's collapsed, you wanna kind of push up a little bit, have a little bit of force. Feel that stretch right on the arm, right in front of it. Hands. So now let's allow that left palm to collapse. Push with that right hand, push down. All right. This next one's pretty easy. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and bring each finger on my right hand. Try to bring each finger to the center of the hand, but I want to do that without bending any knuckles. Okay. Just trying to bring them my fingers straight. same hand. I want to separate my fingers away from each other as much as I can. So just open up your hands as much as you can. And you should be here. Opening, wide, and then closing. Opening. All right, now let's kind of close up, open. Now we're gonna go ahead with our left, okay? So again, just keeping each finger straight. So again, we're not curling, we're just bringing each finger as straight as possible. We're just asking a little bit more effort from those tendons, the tendons right here. Because if we curl this way, it's not as demanding for those tendons, but so we're trying to just kind of work on that tendon right on the outside of our palms. It's a lot of people that you know, have had wrist injuries, arthritis. This is something that could help with that. So, all right, now we're gonna go ahead and do each finger individually, but try to work on each knuckle. So we're also working on our neural system right here, our nervous system. So being able to control, you know, each finger at a time. You'll probably notice how when you try to bring one finger down, the ones next to it, try to go down with it. Okay, once you've done that, let's open wide, relax, open, relax, relax. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move back to our area. We're gonna start working on our lower body. Okay, so or actually we can work on our lower back a little bit. So from here, if you have a back rest, what you can do is try to reach. So I'm going from my right side, just gonna reach with my left arm back here. Try not to move my hips. Just kind of rotate as much as I can without any pain. And I'm feeling my stretch on my left side of my back. So the portion of my back that's visible right now, I'm feeling the stretch. Relax a little bit. Take breath and do it again. You relax and take deep breaths. That muscle usually tends to expand a little bit more or stretch. Reach. This side's a little bit tighter for me. Back. Very good. All right. Go ahead and move down to our hips a little bit, right? Piriformis area. So this one, hip openers first. Knees are pointing forward. I'm gonna bring my right knee out. I'm still facing forward. My left knee is facing forward, but this right knee, that's probably as far as it's gonna go on its own. So I could get a little bit more stretch. I'm just gonna use my hand, push it a little bit more. So without my hand, you can see my leg almost collapses down. But if I put my hand there, I get more of like a 90-degree angle. I could stretch a little bit more. Switch. Now, switch sides now. Awesome. Okay. Back to performance stretch. So right ankle is resting on my left knee. I'm just gonna sit here about 30 seconds. Again, sometimes this could be much of a stretch. If you're really tight, you might not even get that high, so you might have to use your hands to bring that ankle on there. But again, eventually that will loosen up a little bit more. And we do want to stretch this area out because that's where our sciatic nerve runs through. That muscle is pretty tight. You can get that sciatica pain, which is, it's just right here under the hamstring, but you might feel that pain on your lower back. So this is a good one to practice. I say every day. All right, once you're a little bit, rested here. For this one, I like being near the edge of my chair. So I don't have, the frame of the chair stopping my leg. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lean on that knee. You can even push down on it. But we do wanna bring that knee a little bit lower. You might feel that stretch a little bit more.
It hurts.
It hurts. Okay, if it hurts, then just keep it here. It might just be that it's not as flexible right now. So was this one painful just here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if that's too much, then you might just want to hold it until it's somewhat comfortable but not painful. So
Yeah.
just hold it there. So, and if you're a little bit more flexible, then what we could do is try to hug it out and just hug that knee. You might feel that stretch a little bit more along the side.
This is
So yeah, so you can see that each one's just going a little bit more advanced. Yeah, so we probably just need to stretch those hamstrings out a little bit more. We could do more hamstring stretches. We'll relax. Let's go ahead with the opposite leg.
opposite.
Felt that stretch again. If that's comfortable for you and you feel like you can't do the push down version, then let's go ahead and just hold it there for a little bit longer. Now, if you could push down on that knee a little bit more, go for it. Okay, now let's bring that knee up. Out. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of water. Little intermission break. Little bathroom break if needed. Too. We'll regroup in 2 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and sit down, recline back, try to lift our, try to hold right below the knee, under the knee, tuck in that knee or leg towards you, and then we're just going to start stretching here, okay? And you're bringing, you start from here, lifting, grabbing under, lift. Again, just start by doing some leg extension. We're going to switch. Same idea. That leg and start extending.
Julio, could you post this week's, this video on YouTube?
Yeah. So
Because
definitely.
this one's been especially good for me, so.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'll do it after this class is over, once the recording's available. I usually
Yeah.
post them, and then so I'll do that. So,
Thank you.
and then so now we're gonna be here, knee to the chest, and then we're just gonna extend. This one almost becomes a workout because your leg, you're holding the weight of your leg, then you're extending it. So again, we're just get a little bit more range of motion. Very good. All right. Next one here is going to be for our knee. Okay, so a little bit of work on the LCL and the MCL, which are the cruciate ligaments that work, on the outside and inside part of your knee. I'm just gonna elevate my legs slightly so my foot isn't touching the ground. And I'm just gonna swing left to right. And I'm gonna try to swing without moving my thigh left to right, okay? I really just wanna focus on this joint working left to right. So it's not a lot of movement, but again, it's promoting some range of motion there. Usually wouldn't feel this movement unless, you know, if you're out playing tennis and you're moving side to side, or if you're playing basketball, or if you're doing like a little side shuffle on the dance floor. And we just want to work on this because there's some folks that might have this tendon really tight, and the moment you trip and you're falling on your side, you try to keep yourself up by planting your foot down. The first thing that's gonna probably get injured might be those cruciate ligaments. So I'm just gonna make sure these are a little bit dynamic tonight. Okay, we're gonna switch. Here. Little movement. Very, very good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do our heel raises and just kind of here. Goes up, hold, up, and hold for a second or two and back down. Heel raises, calf raises, same thing. Now we're going to do toe raises. Okay, so now our heels are planted and our toes come up. Feel that on the front part of your shin, your lower leg. You should feel that anterior tibialis muscle down. So if you put your hands right in front of your legs, lift those toes up, you'll feel that muscle activating. Okay, let's go ahead and go with our ABCs. Okay, so just one ankle at a time, just do the shapes of each letter of the alphabet. Again, if you hear some popping on your ankles, there's no pain, that's okay. It's normal. My ankles popped about 4 times already since I started this movement right now. Another one. That cue did it. Switch right away. Already got 2 pops. That might be right now. Pop. Good. F just popped. I just popped. O made it pop. Again, no pain. It's just that little pop. Sometimes it's just the tendons rubbing on the bone on each other, and it just needs to be moved around a little bit. So, not a bad idea if you feel like you have tender ankles and you need to do a little bit of a warm up before you get your day started. I would usually, you know, before I even take a step outside of the bed, just kind of sit on the side of my bed and just do those. And I should be fine. Okay. All right. let's do me a favor. We're gonna transition to the last phase of our workout, which is gonna be on the yoga mat. So you guys could grab the yoga mat, and we're gonna work on some back exercises. Okay. Go ahead and do me that favor. Let you guys get set up. Okay. Awesome. So if we are on our yoga mat, and go ahead and begin with the cat cow. Okay, for this one, wrists are right below the shoulders, knees are right below the hips. I'm gonna look down, I'm gonna arch up, and bring my belly button down, suppress that arch. All right, next one, I'm gonna arch up and bring my glutes towards my heels. Once I'm there, I'm gonna reach forward with my hands and drop my elbows, drop my head, and just rest here for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Gonna reset, going forward. Shift my hands up to the side of the mat, arch up, my glutes back to my heels. And now I'm gonna feel that stretch on the left side of my back, my left side, almost like my left ribs. To the right under my underarm area. Taking about 30 seconds here. Reset. Shift over with my hands right to the left side of the yoga mat. Arch that back first, and then bring my glutes to my heels. Now putting that stretch on the right side, on the back, the right rib. All right, and we're gonna transition to our last stretch today, which is gonna be our boat openers. So we're gonna tuck in here at our side, almost like a clamshell. So remember, these are clamshells, the resistance bands. Here, stacking our hands. We're gonna do 10 of each, okay? So you're just gonna follow, open up that top arm, that top hand, just follow it slowly. So it reaches the floor behind you. And if you can't feel it on that first one all the way back, then maybe as that muscle stretches, that muscle will be a little bit more relaxed. And with each movement, we'll reach a little bit further. Okay, so this one's a very slow stretch, so each movement probably takes about 10 seconds. Each repetition, about 10 seconds. About 2 more. Right. Sides. My back is, this one's probably the go-to stretch that I do for my back. Takes a little bit longer, but after you spend, maybe 2 or 3 minutes doing this, I guarantee you if your back felt it's working 40 to 50%, energy wise, after you do that, it might feel like 20% better. So at least for me, it does. I think it's supposed to be just slowly mounting enough. Oh. Sides now. Okay. And do one little extra credit one just to finish off and since we're on the floor. I'm gonna bring my right knee close to my chest as far as I can. Hold it there for another 20 seconds. All right, let's switch legs. Bring that knee forward. Down. Good. All right, ladies, you guys could continue stretching on the floor a little bit more. But I'm gonna continue to go over canvas right now. Have some fluffy socks and work like Velcro. Anyways, appreciate you guys joining me today. Let's go ahead and go over canvas. So you ladies, let me know if you have any questions. I'll make this very brief for you folks so you're not here hanging out too long. Just give me 1 second. Like I said, some good information on Canvas this week. No, excuse me. All right, so we go to Canvas. All right, you guys made it this far. So yeah, you got a dance video here. If you guys want to burn some calories throughout the week, you got another Tai Chi video. You got a back pain yoga video here. You have another mobility and flexibility
flexibility video here. And then I like adding these videos of like the week. So again, just more information, and then they're health related. So just debunking stuff, or just learning a little bit more. So you got 2 videos here on water consumption, and then also mental health. Again, past recordings are there. So if we go to module 6, it will take you to module 6. So
You may want to stop the recording.
no, this is okay. So yeah, folks could go over this on the recording. So let's see. And then yeah, so module, it says module 3, but it's module 6. It's going to be on your standard multivitamins, like vitamins you might see at Costco or at the pharmacy. Sometimes multivitamins have 20 plus vitamins in them, or minerals as well. So again, this is just information on that. So there's some good information, again, some controversial information, but again, there's plenty of information. So just kind of go over it on your own when you have time. Like this video there, I think they found a relation with mental health and multivitamins. And then, there's obviously a lot of these capsules do oxidize. So after a long period of time on the shelf, they don't work as well. And sometimes it could even be harmful for you. So you don't really want to buy these huge tubs of like 1,000 capsules that's going to last you 2 years, because the longer they sit on the shelf, the worse it could be for you. So just keep that in mind. And then, yeah, here's just a couple more videos on that. So just remember, a lot of supplements aren't really regulated. So for a lot of companies, it's an easy cash grab. So yeah, so just make sure you do it, as always, getting vitamins and minerals and your oils from its natural source is probably the best bet. So if you guys tend to have a healthy nutrition or diet, you're probably doing well. But if your doctor suggests a supplement, or iron or whatever, and there's some supplements that you could overdo and they might be harmful if you take too much, but then there's some that you could urinate out if you already have an excessive amount. And sometimes I forget what percentage of actual like vitamins or capsules you absorb, but trust me, if you absorb or consume a vitamin C capsule that says, I don't know, something like 500 milligrams, and you consume that, guarantee you're probably urinating about 1/3 of that out. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, I mean, if you need some vitamin D, you could always go out, to the sun, vitamin E. So you could always just get it from its natural source. But again, there's that information there for you guys. But any questions before we head out? End the recording now.